Among Us is a game that thrives off of people's personalities and is able to use its gameplay as connective tissue to accentuate that aspect of us. The mystery inside this game and the tension that comes with it never wears off as long as the ones playing it change their tactics, which really speaks to creating a game that is unendingly tense. But just because it has the potential to give you nightmares for years to come by making you wonder who the sus Among Us imposter is, doesn't mean it can't have a lighter spin to it. Because this game gets all of its horror from the people playing it, that means that if the people playing it aren't taking it seriously, it goes from horrifying to the comedy of the century. The simplistic and dynamic nature of the game allows you to turn it into any number of scenarios, ranging from the aforementioned intense to the much more modern fart joke. Hey guys, I just wanted to interject real quick to tell you guys that I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to apply for monetization. That means that if we crunch the numbers, I am 972 subscribers and 3,979 watch hours away from monetization. I know that seems pretty far, but Dream gained about 1 million subscribers per month at one point, so if you think about it, we're closer to getting monetization than Dream. Thanks for watching through this segment and enjoy the rest of the video. This game was able to stay alive for a while, especially considering the fact that this era of gaming mostly consists of one game getting incredibly popular incredibly quickly and then dying soon after, much like Fall Guys, Valorant, and kind of Rust. I mean, Disguised Toast was able to pump out an estimate of 246 videos on Among Us. That's around 2/3 of a year. So how did he do that exactly? With the help of customizable game room settings. And mods, but that doesn't mean customizable game rooms had nothing to do with it. But anyway, the game modes that you can make are really fun to explore for a casual experience, and can revitalize the game when it gets boring. Finally, for customization, the costume customization is really all-encapsulating, and helps to seal the deal of this game being all about the player. The costumes add that necessary layer of flair to the game and help every player create a personality around themselves that you can grow to expect from them in the game. In other words, you can tell a lot about a person from their Among Us skin. Among Us's game loop is very satisfying by nature and is able to function at a high speed without ever getting bogged down by slow and annoying mechanics. For example, dead bodies being stationary ensures the game flows at a consistently secured pace, and forces you to think tactically about not only who and when you kill, but also where. Real quick, I just have to say about people saying that you should be able to pick up dead bodies and put them in vents. I just have to say that they are fucking stupid. If you could do that, then you could feasibly kill everyone in a round without giving them a chance to report you outside of emergency meetings, making the crewmates burn through their emergency meetings much faster, and also tipping the balance towards the imposters overwhelmingly. And not to mention the fact that it would decrease the depth of the game drastically, meaning the imposters only have to think about timing and their target, rather than where they're doing it. And no, this is not remedied by making the imposters slower whilst carrying a body, because if it's healthier for the game to limit the ability to move bodies, then why wouldn't you go to the extreme of that and do what's infinitely better for the game and stop you from moving bodies entirely? Rant over. Thank God you can't move bodies, because if you could, then you would get to experience the best part of the game much less. That being the emergency meetings. The emergency meetings serve to function as a rapid influx of tension to any game of Among Us, putting the power back in the hands of the crewmates and maintaining game balance. But the power doesn't stay with them for long. The tasks are equally spread throughout the map, and are designed to force the crewmates into awkward spots, giving the imposter the opportunity to take control of the game and ruin the crewmates' day. Well, a bit longer than their day. Tasks also force players away from any boring game plans, such as camping, to ensure the games don't stagnate. However, there is counterplay for the crewmates when outside of an emergency meeting. For example, you could memorize the routes and locations of the vents so that you can challenge imposters' lies in emergency meetings and suggest alternative stories that could incriminate them further. There's also cameras, vitals, and other things that you can check out if you'd like to get your detective hat on. For the final part of this video, I'm going to have to, by law, dedicate to the memes of the Among Us community. The memes of Among Us are fucking hilarious, and definitely don't get old in any way whatsoever. Seriously though, the memes are the best and worst part of the game, by far. They can be funny if put into the right hands, but for some reason, people seem to think that they're the funniest people in the world for participating in extremely surface-level satirical humor. Please, people on Discord who spam Sussy Baka, please tell me how to be as funny as you! Only now, while I'm editing this video, do I realize I am in fact part of the problem. They're also a huge reason as to why Among Us died. They were a weird, convoluted way of saying that Among Us was already dead and had an awful community, even though that kinda wasn't true. Finally, I need to talk about why these memes were kinda true. The community of Among Us had taken a decidedly more childish direction, which is easy to see why when you look at the generally inoffensive art style and gameplay. And so, because of this, everyone had a negative vision on Among Us. Even though the community wasn't really that bad, it still was mostly children, which is not ideal for grown adults trying to have a fun game to play with adult conversations mixed in, rather than scream fests throughout. Overall, I'd like to say that this game is able to mix in a good amount of tension into every game, although this isn't really the best for longevity because it can get old pretty quick. Whilst there is nothing that is bad about Among Us, and there was no glaring flaw about the game that made me leave it, the game still wasn't quite enough to keep me there supporting it for good. I left the game in an awkward state, neither happy nor sad. Not mad, nor disgusted. Just like saying goodbye to an old friend who you've drifted away from after you became different people. Among Us, put simply, got old. And with that, thank you for watching. Hey, real quick. Wow, you just watched this whole video. You must like this content then, right? Then maybe consider subscribing. Oh wait, that's not gonna work. Statistics tell me you normally try to watch a couple videos before you subscribe. Well, in that case, to your right there should be my tribute to Titanfall 2, which is a shooter game that I love. And if you're more into fast-paced videos, then to your left there's me and my friend playing a platform fighter with all sorts of crazy characters that I'm sure you'll enjoy. They've got Mario pissing in there in case that's a factor. But anyway, thanks to all who watched this far into the video, and I will see all you guys in your recommended sections very soon. Bye! Overall, I'd like to say that this... I bit my tongue. Future me, put that at the end of the video, maybe.